Okay. So forcing your partner to block his or her friend will not change how they feel about them. It sounds like a purple pill topic. So let's get into it for today. Welcome back, viewers, to the Felix Black Show here on YouTube. Today I'm talking about forcing your partner to block his or her friend, ex, just forcing them to block someone. There's a lot that can be said about that, right? It could be on me. I'm forcing my woman to block her friend. There's a lot that can be said about me. I could be insecure. I cannot be trusting. Or I can just be a person who wants her to show that all of the attention is on me. This all depends on your relationship and how you feel about friends. Me personally, I would say this is a conversation that has to be had in the beginning about boundaries, about how many friends a person has, what type of friends a person has. Some people will say that these conversations don't need to be had. I disagree. If we're taking things to the next level, we're becoming exclusive. We're talking about long-term planning, families, marriage. These are the hard conversations. Knowing my favorite color and what type of food I like, that is basic for me. I want to get into those deeper conversations. Friends, boundaries, how do you feel about that? Because I expect the same thing you feel about your friends is how you're going to expect me to act towards my female friends, right? And I say this, if you have no boundaries with your male friends, they have access to you, y'all go out, y'all hang out, y'all sleep in the same bed, whatever. I would expect you to feel that I have that same relationship with my friends, if that makes sense, right? You can't tell me that you have no boundaries with your friends, then expect me to set boundaries with my friends. Me personally, I am okay with the friends that you've had before we met. Okay. I am not one that says you need to tell your friends about me. I will never say that. I will leave that on her to do that, because if she wants to be exclusive to me, if she wants to be serious with me, that should be something that she has no problem doing. That's just my train of thought. Now, if I meet her friends and her friends know nothing about me, and we've had these serious conversation talks, I now have a problem. Because if we're so serious, if we're moving to the next level, why don't your friends know about me? Because if I'm talking to you about exclusivity and moving to the next level, you best bet my friends know about you and my plans for you. I won't ever force a woman to block another man for me. If you have to block someone, then that means that he or she is not getting the picture. They're not getting the scenario, right? To me, I've never blocked anybody, and I don't plan on blocking anyone. Most of the time, people just stop talking anyway, so there's no need to block. Usually, you block people when this is my train of thought. You block people when you want to stop them from stalking you. You don't want them to see what you're doing. That person is harassing you or something of that nature. Okay, block them. Also, people I see block others when people hold them accountable, right? We all know that we've seen people that we know, people that we don't know, post on different social media sites something that was just false, something that person necessarily wasn't living by, and they got called out on it. And so when they get called out on BS, we'll call it like it is, they get called out on BS, then they resort to blocking because they don't want that person who opposes what they're thinking. So that's my thought on blocking, is that it's for two reasons. One reason is because that person won't leave you alone. They don't get the picture. And two, because that person is holding you accountable for something that you're not being honest about. Okay. So that's why I would never force her to block someone. If that guy is not getting it, that you're in a relationship and you're not going to be with him you want to be with me, I hope it's on his end, right? I hope that you're not still giving him a reason to think that y'all have a future. Again, I trust that she's doing that until I see that she's not, okay? I don't know how that would manifest itself, but it just will eventually. Everything done in the dark comes to light. I won't force her to block, because if I'm forcing her to block, that means that she necessarily didn't want to. And she's doing it because I want her to, not because she wants to. If she is letting me know that, hey, I told this person this, and they're still harassing, sending messages, things that I don't like, then I feel a need to get involved if she wants me to. Hopefully the blocking works, but people sometimes create new profiles and other stuff to continue to follow and talk. If we're getting to that point, something that I don't hold her accountable for because she did her part, now we got a problem with the guy. I want to keep it within the context of the relationship. I don't think that you should have to force anyone to block someone. If you feel as a person in a relationship that your partner is giving unnecessary access to someone that they should not be, that's a conversation for you all to have. And I would think your partner would be more than happy to rid your relationship of said issue. So at the end of the day, long story short, whatever it takes to make your relationship happy, to make it efficient, to make it great for both of you, is what needs to be done. That's simple. No one should be making someone do something. This is called compromise. This is called pleasing your partner. I said this in another video. Once you're in a relationship, you have to make sure your partner is happy. You're doing the things that make them happy within a reasonable, request, of course. So at the end of the day, I will not be forcing, and I hope that in a relationship, you're not forcing anyone to do anything. But if you see that your partner is upset with something and all it takes is a simple block, I would hope that you are able to do that, man or woman, right? That's simple. I would hope that you're able to do that. And if you can't, then that in itself lends to a bigger problem. But tell me what you guys think. Forcing your partner to block someone on social media, does that change the way that they feel? And when does that become a problem? When is it okay to force your partner to block somebody? When is that okay? To me, I don't ever see that as being okay. I don't like the word force. In a relationship, nothing should be forced. Everything should flow naturally, and both parties should be in that relationship willingly and happily. So please like the video. It helps me with the algorithm here on YouTube, and I will see you guys in the next one.